This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Armenian freight companies are facing mounting difficulties as Russia's new migration regulations for citizens of visa-free countries, including Armenia, have led to entry bans for dozens of long-haul drivers. Many truckers report receiving notifications prohibiting their entry to Russia for periods ranging from 3 to 10 years after allegedly exceeding the new 90-day limits of stay. Under rules that came into force on January 1st, foreign citizens who do not declare work as their purpose of visit on migration cards may remain in Russia for no longer than 90 days in a calendar year, effectively halving the previous allowance of 90 days every 6 months. The stricter policy has hit Armenian truck drivers particularly hard. Since September 10th, Russia's police have stepped up roadside checks, with deportations now possible without court proceedings. Drivers complain that the 90-day cap is unworkable for long-distance routes that often involve lengthy border delays. Russia is Armenia's largest export market, especially for agricultural goods, which are typically transported overland through Georgia. Last month, Moscow halted over 100 Armenian trucks carrying fresh produce, paralyzing operations at Spyker, Armenia's leading food exporter, and threatening the country's vital agricultural sector. In recent years, Russia has periodically blocked Armenian imports, citing alleged sanitary concerns, with affected products ranging from fruits and vegetables to spirits and bottled mineral water. The tightening of migration rules follows a broader trend in Russia's domestic policy since the March 2024 terrorist attack at a Moscow concert hall that killed 149 people. The attackers were linked to the Islamic State group, prompting authorities to impose stricter entry and employment rules for citizens from visa-free countries. Travelers must now submit electronic migration cards in advance, and in major cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, foreigners have been barred from working in food delivery and taxi services, or required to install location tracking apps. Failure to do so can result in deportation. This week in CivilNet's Economic Digest, big moves are reshaping Armenia's business landscape. The company operating Yerevan's Vartnots International Airport has unveiled a massive 10-year, $500 million expansion plan. The project will nearly triple the number of boarding gates and more than double the size of arrival halls, immigration areas, and customs zones. Meanwhile, the firm that runs Starbucks coffee shops across the Middle East is considering opening stores in Armenia. Its representatives met with the economy minister officials last week to explore the idea. In the energy sector, Armenia's largest bank has signed a $135 million refinancing deal for the country's biggest hydroelectric power plant. And finally, a change may be coming for taxpayers. Senior lawmaker Babken Tunyan said the government plans to drop the requirement to file annual income declarations for citizens whose income comes only from registered employment, meaning most Armenians would no longer have to submit. That announcement follows reports that fewer than 20% of those required to file this year actually did. Follow the link below to watch the full digest. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 2807. That is because Yerevan celebrated its 2807th birthday yesterday. Founded in the 8th century BC by Urartian king Argishti I, Yerevan is one of the world's oldest, continuously inhabited cities. Today, it is home to over 1 million people, with wider metropolitan area reaching around 1.5 million. Despite its ancient history, Yerevan endured several waves of depopulation, including after devastating earthquakes and the 17th century Persian ethnic cleansing, known as the Great Surgun. The city began to regain prominence in the 19th century, becoming the center of Russian-controlled Armenia. At the time, however, the core of Armenian cultural life remained elsewhere, in major cities such as Constantinople, Kars, and Tbilisi, while Yerevan was still a small provincial town on the margins. With the establishment of the First Republic of Armenia in 1918, Yerevan became the capital of an independent Armenian state for the first time. It was extensively redeveloped during the interbellum, acquiring its modern layout and appearance. Mass celebrations were held in the capital yesterday, as usual, with numerous concerts, dances, and open-air beer and wine gardens. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.